Morning, Mern. Hey, I just wanted to just say, yeah, I was born in 1972, and yeah, there was no internet, there were no personal computers. We had 8 track, and we got. I agree with you. Our biggest thing was like our bicycle and going out and having fun and all that stuff. I mean, later on, I got an Atari and, started getting into the game stuff. And I remember when the internet first came up and, we started messing around with that. And it was kind of a novelty. Um, but, yeah, I mean, you're right. And I have to say one thing, parents are locking their kids up and they're so afraid of doing anything. And part of that is our society, is making the parents paranoid. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. That everybody's worried about. Creepy people or child molesters and this type of thing. And they advertise this stuff on the internet for everybody to get a hold of. Yet, the police force is actually watching this, and to me, it makes no sense because um, you're just basically making the public paranoid. It's like, okay, a worried mom who has a kid who's already worried about everything else, what's on the internet, what's on this, what's on that, you know, they have basically no control over their children as far as discipline. And, they get on the internet and they realize that there's maybe half a dozen sex offenders, in their neighborhood who maybe have, you know, are on there and of course, first thing in their mind they go, "Oh my God, creepy person." When in reality, it could just be a guy that has done something wrong in his past, and it was maybe like 20 years ago, and now he's on the internet. So and I'm not saying that there aren't bad people out there and creepy people out there and people that parents need to watch out for, but what I'm saying is that we've created this paranoid society, and it's really taken a toll on our children. You know, I have a daughter, and I am concerned and worry about her, but I'm like a parent, or like my sister. My sister's never away from those kids. She is there 24/7 with those children. Because that she feels that is her responsibility. She says, if I'm going to be a mom and I'm going to have children, I'm going to be responsible for these children. She teaches them, she homeschools them, she takes them out on field trips. But she's there 24/7 with these children. Right now, she has my niece Fiona. I think I've mentioned her before. Brenna and now Liam, and she is a wonderful mom. Now, I'd probably be the same way, except I don't live with my daughter. My ex-wife and I are separated. But I call her. I make sure that she's got everything that she needs. Um, and I'm there for her. And my wife is that way. She's a mom, and she's constantly there for her. And I think that's what parents are missing. They're too busy working and too busy thinking, oh, I've got to make money and I've got to provide all these things for my children, when in actuality, all they really need to provide is themselves. They don't need to have the latest gadget, just because, their friend has one at school. Um, like you were saying, people like you and I'm a little bit older, but, um, I mean, I could go out and I could ask how many kids have gone horseback riding, and a lot of them would be like, "Huh," you know, uh, or what's a record, or you know, or how many times I hear, "Oh God, I hear this all the time." "Oh, I hate reading books." "Oh, I'd rather see the movie." I read books all the time. Okay, I'm like a book fiend. In fact, I've got one right here. I read like it's a little dark in here, but I mean, books, man. Hello, books. I mean, I play video games too, but I'm not obsessed with them. Well, yeah, I am. But I spread things out. Like I go to school and I read, and in fact, it's kind of dark in here, but you kind of see maybe. You can't really see it. But anyway, right behind me is like a huge bookshelf full of books, and I've read every single one of them. And actually, if I could bring this webcam out there in the living room, out in my living room, there. As soon as you open up our front door, there are bookshelves everywhere. Because that's what my parents always taught. Read, educate yourself. Yeah, so I'm kind of like rambling there, but I totally agree. I think that our children nowadays in this society are completely stifled. I think that society is making parents paranoid, and it needs to stop. I think people really need to wake up and be parents and quit worrying about your fucking neighbor, but worry about your kid. Because they're what's important, not the neighbor. I mean, we're perpetuating a situation. I think that's the right word I'm looking for. Basically, we're making it worse. Because one, now I'm getting on jails and things, but our jail systems are just becoming holding cells. In California, they had to actually move people out of California into another state because the jails were too full. And I mean, what are we raising our children into? To parents can't take care of them, and so they turn into these monsters, and they end up going to jail, and then who knows? California's even thinking of putting every criminal on the internet. What's that going to do for our society? You're never done with your time. You constantly are a criminal for the rest of your life if you make a mistake in your life, and then the paranoia escalates. I mean, what are these people fucking retarded? And it's all about, we're keeping ourselves safe. We're informing people. You're not informing anybody. It's ridiculous. Anyway, enough of my rant. And I love your hair. That actually looks really cute. And this is totally going to end, so I'll just comment on another video. Haha. Anyway, have a good morning.